Hello and welcome back, everyone. It's actually, wow, what the hell am I trying to say? Already we're fumbling this. Actually, it's like 2 days since the last video they're recording. Reason is power decided to die on me there prior to trying to do my recording for what would have been yesterday's episode. So we're kind of missing a day. And to be honest, I kind of have lost track already with what the hell was going on. Only thing I think I remember is the Yor are no longer a thing. Hell, they clearly are no longer the thing. They're just like pirate faction now, it seems like. And we have a little bit of Krynn to deal with down here. And a nice infantry ship to snipe. So, while I get myself back on track, because we did miss a day, and apparently missing a day is really throwing me off there, we are going to get back on track. But I think those are the main points. That and the fact my phaser pods are well underway on their research. It's just a matter of refining the turns so that way I can get them done a little bit quicker. So we're not leaving everyone in suspense. Jeez, I really am fumbling today. It's the end of the work week. What can I say? I'm exhausted. Not really tired for the recording per se, but hell, it's gonna show, isn't it? And the main threat are these interceptors, a lot of these small ships, which I'm not going to be able to deal with just yet, but I have, there's 3 movement. I have 1 turn to intercept, which, thankfully, with 2 Guardians, a bunch of Pulverizers, and a Human Federation Corvette, I think I'm in perfect shape. Oh, and, ooh, I love to throw a Mark III Pulverizer in there. That would be a delicious. Although, I'm going to have to manage the fleet a little bit. Actually, let me manage this a little bit different, because going to the manage tab there, when I try to, it's gonna remove everything basically from the group. So let's do this a little bit different. There, sorry, Corvette, you're kind of on your own, but you should be fine. And we'll have the Mark III Pulverizer to show us how things are done, especially with all the extra mass. I wonder if it actually will stand out in comparison to the other ships, or other pulverizers, because it's basically got double the weaponry on there. Not really so much the extra armor, does it? Can I find out? Well, it does have extra shields and other components, so there is something extra to it. Not much, though. And otherwise, continue on with the process of upgrading here. I don't know how much I want to upgrade, because the Dragon are not gonna have the balls to actually attack me, are they? I'm pretty content they're not gonna do that. They have the ships there to actually destroy it, but they haven't bothered to do anything with it just yet. Because we saw that like ages ago when they decided to fly over to the edge of my territory way back when. Feels like an eternity ago, and they just sat there. They had no guts, the Dragon. I look forward to them demolishing them. What can I say? And otherwise, let's see, I can get this constructor moved up enough to deploy a new starbase down here along this border. And we actually are starting to make a little bit of decent progress for my victory condition, I believe. Checking on it in the last step, or what, before the recording there. So, what is it? We're now 44% controlled of influence, and we need 34% more. Which a lot of that, I think, is going to be, I'm going to get from just conquering the Krynn and Iconian worlds. I just need the population now to keep that momentum going, which is going to be a little tricky. I only got 3 infestors up here, which is going to be a bit of a hassle, because I don't think I have any more infestors coming, do I? I have extra guardians, which is always nice. I'm running out of uranium slots too, which is going to be another issue, but okay, I do have more infestors coming. Not much more, but I do have more coming. And these are the upgrade ones, yep. So they count as 2 infestors, so that one alone. Ooh, and here's another one. Okay, we're good. We just gotta wait for them to catch up with the rest of my fleet, or at least get to the front lines, and we're good to at least try and conquer the homeworld, Christ that. Alright, otherwise, ooh, the Wasp are starting to get built too. That's gonna be a nice addition. Because these are also upgraded there. I think so. Well, they have 12 movement, so they are upgraded. They're just cramping the style of this constructor a little bit with its 19 movement. There you go. I was wondering, I thought it had the Wasp selected there, so we'll continue on with this. The Iridians are not showing any aggression just yet to me, but they are threatening me. And what starbase is this? Oh. Yeah, I don't think I need to worry about the Uro starbase, so... Can I push more aggressively? What's movement do I have? Full 19, so I could plant one right here. Right in the middle of nowhere and claim this space in the name of the Kry'klon Expanse. Let's see. Perfect. And I got movement, so everything's gonna go there. Just throw a couple of the basic stuff. This one should be relatively safe, I'm hoping. I'm not seeing anything in the way, and my watchers will just demolish what is a threat until something bigger comes along. In the meantime, I'm just going to move this constructor up to try and... Well, it's not going to have much more movement to do anything, but next turn we'll use some remaining construction points to get in our starbase there. And speaking of which, how am I doing ideology point? Ooh, we're almost there. 4 more points, and we got the full tree completely maxed out. If you can really call it a tree. It's just 5 different tiers that you get one after the other. But we're going to be completely mastered in the builder. What is it? What do you call it? The tier? The tree? I don't know what you want to call it. Either way, that'll be maxed out, and then I'll have to really consider what do I want to do afterwards. Do I want to start getting rid of my pragmatic centers, and make use of extra slot for something else or not? Maybe not for my Rander, because it does give 2 military points for my Hyperion structures that are there, so that is worth keeping. Otherwise, I don't know what I want to do with those centers at this point. Ooh, Watchers, perfect. Or Grasshoppers even. I think I did have a plan to merge with my Watchers up here, so I'll let them do that. Then we'll actually have a pretty formidable fleet here. Not quite a maxed out logistics wise, but that 30 movement, 1000 health, and easily over 100 points of damage. This is probably the most scariest fleet in the entire galaxy right now. Screw the pulverizers, screw the guardians. These things are going to be like banshees. These are going to be wraiths. They're going to come out of nowhere and just murder their asses. It's going to be glorious to watch. And it has the sight range to kind of spot them too. And let's see, where is this coming from? Oh, this is way up top. Do I want to upgrade them? I know the Altarians are not liking me, so I do need to consider upgrades, but I need to consider what weapons they're using. They're using missile weaponry. Is that the case? I think they're using missile weaponry. Well, that one's using lasers, so either way, it looks like I'm going to have shield deflectors and missiles. And since the Yor are now a pirate faction, I could freely just destroy these star bases here and grab the resources for myself, I think. That would be fun. I just need the construction ships now to do it. Thankfully, we got one building here. Do I rush it, though? 1,000 credits and I have 6,000. Why not? This actually is a good opportunity to take advantage of all these resources, so why the hell not? Because what do we have? We have the Duranium here. We have possibly an approval relic here to grab once it starts rendering. I'm not entirely certain if that's the case. We have the artifact, which I still don't know what the hell I can do with this thing. And let's see, I got the economy relic here. I know there should be more, right? There should have been... Well, I guess I destroyed everything down here, so maybe I'm completely wrong. Oh, never mind. I see Duranium here and a manufacturing relic, which is actually going to be pretty damn significant for me. So that's actually pretty worthwhile. And what starbase is this? I'm getting spammed with all these starbases need upgrades. And hopefully this starbase will not need any more upgrades. I'm hoping I can get away with no modules. And also I have no watchers down here, which might be a bit of a problem. And it has no movement. So we can't do anything with that. Ah! Hornets, what are you doing? Yeah, I could have attacked the starbase, damn it. Another example why I wish they would give me an opportunity to like finalize movement before the turn officially ended, because this is sloppy. I could destroy the starbase there. No planets are within range of Tracy Shipyard. Uh-huh. Interesting. Well, I could still use that infestor for something else, so Oh, the Krynn do not like me, or they want peace. I would like to consider peace at some point, because I don't think the other races are enjoying the fact that I'm a warmonger. Even the Saiyans are starting to get a little unhappy with me. So, I don't think it would help, but I like to think I don't want to go to war with the entire galaxy just yet. So I need to be careful there. What the hell was I saying before all this intrusion? Oh yeah, Hornets, let's put you to work. Start destroying this stuff for me. Because that should have been destroyed last turn. And we got this Hornet to form up. And just destroy everything that's in the way here. And hopefully I get my health regenerated in the process, because Starbase is not a threat. And of course there's nothing at all I can do about that shipyard, unfortunately. Not until I get a really ridiculously powerful fleet. Ooh, actually, 324 shield strength is possible. It's just a shame it doesn't want to tell me what I'm going to be up against clicking on that. It just tells me shipyard stats. So that's not helpful at all. Although, quite honestly, I'm probably get my ass beat until I get some real weaponry and tech for those Hornets. Which, actually, I could probably start doing that at some point for some of my ships. Like, my pulverizers, I could probably consider start upgrading them to Mark 3s, couldn't I? How much would it actually cost to upgrade one of them? I'm just curious. I take back what I said there. 1,400, and to make it a Hornet would cost like 2,000. Never mind. That was a stupid idea. We're stuck with Mark 2s and Mark 1s for the majority of this fleet. But they're going to be strong enough to destroy this one. So, let the slaughter commence. I don't need to watch this, as much as I would love to watch the Krynn get annihilated instantly. And I lost my 4 fighters, that's what that means. That freaked me out for a moment, seeing those losses. That freaked me out a little bit, but I'm not concerned. Oh, that's a Corvette, never mind. I thought that was a pulverizer first. I got misled by the icon. I was gonna see if a single pulverizer, if it was upgraded, could possibly have destroyed a single starbase for me. That would have been actually kind of nice. Then it would be true. Then I would know I have succeeded with the pulverizer. If a single pulverizer can single-handedly destroy these starbases. Mind you, these are not really upgrades, so I guess that'd be cheating a little bit. 2 movement left, so they're not going to get a whole lot done this turn. Okay, we have a garrison there. That's what the green icon's for. And I want to try getting our starbase up here if possible. I'm not going to have much upgrades, but at least it'll give me some extra range and vision. So culture ring, scanner, and defense systems. And hopefully that gives me a little bit of reach. Speaking of which, how far can my watchers go? Not quite. They can reach a lot down here, but the top quarter there is a little bit bare, but we can pretty much reach all of the Krynn now, once we start grabbing the worlds. Oh, I know what's going on. It's because these are like Mark 1 grasshoppers. Yeah, that's why. That's why the range is limited. I merged them with a fleet that they can't, like, function very well with. Ooh, come to think of it, maybe I can destroy this fleet with my watchers and grasshoppers. They do have a lot of shield strength, though. Do I really want to do that? My grasshoppers are all but useless here. I take that back. Not without any ship or shield strength, at least. That's probably not a good idea. But we can happily destroy starbases, though. They're not a threat. Huh, I was wondering what the hell that noise is. I don't know if that went through the mic or not, but there was this weird noise of some kind from outside, I think. There's a lot of snow going on, so that distracts me for a moment. Let's get back to destroying starbases. The Krynn are going to give me a lot of territory here, and I'm actually wondering if I can capture the Iconian worlds and the Krynn, if that would be enough. Although 30% is not really, I don't think that's going to be enough. I'm going to have to capture the Iridian's territory as well if I want to go for a culture victory. And we don't want to rush it too quickly there because I still want to make some huge ships as well as a couple more large scale, which we're slowly getting down to 6 turns. Actually, it's not going to be much longer now. Let me try and speed through this quickly. Especially with my Guardians there on the move. Got 2 more Guardians. That's going to be nice. We're going to have a pretty unstoppable fleet in the moment. Now, where do I garrison this? And why is this starbase or shipyard not being destroyed? I need to fix that too. Yeah, with the territory change there, even though they're almost the identical colors, I almost forgot. I lost track where greenhouse was. Just a little bit there. I want to get my infestors to gather together. Where's the other one? Okay, that'll arrive next turn. So as that go there, I just want to make sure it doesn't overcap, because that might be an issue actually now that I think of it. Would I lose potential infantry troops if I were to, like, overpopulate with the infestors by accident? Also, there is another infestor down here somewhere that's near Tracy 1 that has no population. Okay, so sadly... Huh, are you sure? For crying out loud, this shipyard is... Oh, I think it's because it only works with sponsors, that's why. So Baba 1 is too far to give population to it. I was wondering why I just didn't take population from Tracy. Now I know why. Now which one's the population world? Okay, you're going to steal the population of Gallifrey 1 to aid in the invasion to B. And that 30 movement is really noticeable. Gotta love that. On top of with what? The ludicrous speed. Nice little... It's gonna make traveling my empire right nice and convenient. Only takes like 2-3 turns to get up to the front line, as opposed to, God, the eternity probably took my Hornets to get through the Iridian's turf. With their base 7 movement. And it helped a ton there when I was fighting the Sailors when that event happened. For all I know, that ludicrous speed is probably the sole reason why I got as dominant as I did. Who'd have thought? Who would have thought? Now, what can we do? Is there anything else to do? Just idle colonies. So, Kephium 3. This guy's research all done. We're looking at a nice, healthy 148. I'm wondering, now that I think of it there, it was a thought I had at one point is, do I want to switch the industrial replicator or not? Well, the only problem with that is I don't get synergy bonus down here, but that's just growth, but I would eventually change that to food anyway when it maxes out. So I think I'm fine leaving as is. Plus I can upgrade that innovation complex at some point. It's not a big deal. Let me just increase the population growth a little bit more. It's only 30%, but hey. I want to try and get that population maxed out. Well, if anything, Kephium 1 and 2 actually can start giving me more infestors in that case when they do max out for the war efforts. But my homeworld I lost a little bit too much population to my liking, I think. Especially with the side ones here. Even the fertility center is about to finish, so what else did I have in mind? I might as well get to work on this one before... Well, while I'm at it there, let's see, I can't remember. Let's see, I don't want just there. Well, I have no actual manufacturing centers here, or factories, so maybe I can do that. Since I'm going to have such the population anyway, that might be worth it. To help synergize with the population I am going to get. We'll look at that later. Okay, terraforming is done here, so obviously, Celibolich is going to be more influenced. So where is that structure at? Consult, and it's actually got quite respectable amount of manufacturing for me too, I gotta say. And damn, those antimatter matrix are kind of ridiculous, it seems. 20% research, 20% manufacturing income, and increases the population cap, so I don't think that affects me. He does it. I don't really see anything here as far as population. So I'm not really certain. Oh, at a quick glance anyway. I only looked at it relatively quickly. And Mifrander. I want to make more Guardians, but I don't really have the Duranium. And I want to start saving that up for my huge ship. Because I think what I want to do is make my huge ships a one-of-a-kind type of vessel. And then, of course, that gives me an excellent excuse to slap on nothing but a crap ton of Duranium equipment on it if I so wish. Sadly, still can't really find a use for the Thulium there that I would like to use, but not much I could do about that, so let me just continue with the Pulverizer Mark IIIs. That's going to be fun. Let me get one Infestor. I don't know, a lot of planets are kind of attached to it there, but the Mifrander's only world is going to have to give it population, so I don't want to hinder it too much, considering it's my main production world. And Araf Nairo, the poor world that has had no population for a while. Hopefully it's starting to grow some. It's got reasonable production now at this point, so let's see. It looks like it's nearly maxed out, so at some point we can get rid of this fertility center for something more useful, I think. So doing good here. We're doing good here, and let's see, another Swarmer, like I already decided for, just stack them up there for the garrison at some point, and try and get through these turns again as usual, because these turns are getting ridiculously long due to the fact I'm an idiot for making this huge scale or large scale galaxy. I actually forget how big a galaxy it is. So hopefully we're getting close to the end though. Research is nearing the end. Well, we're getting past the final research tech there. I'm getting rapidly close to my culture victory. We denied the Iconians from their victory condition and non-aggression pact for a bunch of credits. I wonder if I wanted to can I get some tech from them instead? Instead of credits, let me give them tech for the non-aggression pack. I like this offer better. Yeah, and of course they're happy with that. So let's see. Sadly, I have no way to really check which is better if they have multiple weapons, which is better. Warp drive, don't care about that. Let's see, I don't know what slipstream generator is. Again, I can't. There is no real way to kind of quickly look at them. There's the Duranium drivers. I think I want to get that. They can't accept that, you jerks. Let me just get a bunch, and like this. Armor piercing, those are utility stuff. I already got the upgrade version of targeting. Point defense specialization. I wonder if I can get away with all this tech here. Just get it out of the way. It's going to be difficult to trade, but I got a lot of tech I can give them. So maybe I'm not worried. I'm just trying to figure out what I can give them, just in case they turn against me as well. Like star bases, they're not going to use star bases. Let's see, shield support systems, maybe that'll be okay. Shield strength. Rapid fire missiles, we know they don't use missiles, so we'll try and be generous, right? They're slowly starting to turn. Let's see. Okay, that reduces ship decay rate, but it says military manufacturing by 10%. That doesn't make much sense there. Well, that increases capacity. Okay, they think that's fair, so we got ourselves a bunch of railgun weaponry. Which is going to be really nice for my Hornets if we get a... Yeah, actually, I can upgrade the Hornets with those new weaponry too now. Maybe not all the Hornets I have now already, when looking at the fact that how expensive the upgrade was, the Pulverizer. I don't even know if that sentence made sense, but I'm going to roll with it. I think my Hornets are not going to really benefit so much from that, aside from maybe any passive effects that I just applied onto it. Now, let's finish this up. No, I just want you to stay there. There, perfect. Into the turn, we are now looking 5 turns to the phaser pods. 5 more turns. Can we get through these remaining 5 turns quickly or not without compromising my momentum? Because I think we're good down here. The Hornets are going to demolish a lot of stuff for free. And Iconian fleets are not a threat. We got a free Iconian ship to demolish. We just can't quite breach the homeworld just yet. I think it's safe to say. Let's see, 300 shield strength. It's not gonna, no, it's not gonna tell me what kind of shield strength I'm looking at until I attempt to attack them. And I have 4 movement point. I can at least check to see, I guess. So let's see. It is possible I could defeat them. I have, like, quite a notable amount of shield strength over them. I have missile defense to kind of help deal with their missile weaponry, but that's of course from the fighters, which will die instantly. So I could respectfully demolish that. Not so much the shipyard, unfortunately. I just need a couple more Hornets just to help minimize the casualties, so... Do I have any more Hornets come in? I have 1 more at least. 2 more up here. Please tell me... Oh. Never mind, it's not a Hornet at all. It's just 1 Hornet. So we'll get you down there. We have 3 Hornets up here with a Wasp. Perfect. Sadly, no Mark III Hornets. I would love to get a Mark III Hornet in there, just... For the same reason I want a Mark III Pulverizer in the main fleet, just to see if there's like a noticeable difference in the firepower. Alright. Starbase is gone. Now I think we're going to take out this shipyard here. Because they can still rush stuff. They can still rush production on that if they so wish. So you never know what kind of damage you can do. Damn it! I have to wait till next turn. Never mind. Never mind what I just said there. Let me just max out this fleet here some. At least that way it'll be somewhat formidable. Could take any threats that get in the way. Run the subpar ones, half fleets, because I don't think I need to reach so much at this point. Because the Krynn are kind of isolated to their space now. The dragon could be a threat, which I will need a nice sized fleet to kind of combat them if they do have the decide to get the courage to fight me. They probably won't declare war on me until everyone else is ready to declare war on me, quite frankly. And there's a lot of dragon ships around. Let me see, are they laser based? They're laser based with railgun or armor. So, I'll just upgrade the shields, max them out. And continue moving along. I gotta make sure these star bases have the strength they need to not get sniped. They seem to be ignoring them though, so I think we're in good shape there. So I'm doing my job. The star bases are not as tempting as they thought it would be at first, but those 5 Iconian ships are gonna cause problems. I need my grasshoppers. Where are my grasshoppers and watchers? This is what I was talking about. They are the assassin in the night, where I conveniently let a tornado live just so the starbase can die. And I still got movement to destroy this cruiser. Or if I really want to be a dick, I almost have the movement just to go back and destroy that tornado just to show off. And they can just demolish those 5 cruisers next turn, but it looks like I might end up losing starbase here. Heck, I don't even know if I lost the ship in that confrontation or not. It doesn't look like it, but not really paying attention again to the numbers. But yeah, that is the most scariest thing in this entire campaign, I think. It's safe to say. And it's mine to control. What amazing power I have to utilize.